guys, so it is finally here, the Nashville Marathon. I'm really excited. I am really nervous though because the weather is gonna be nasty. It is looking like it's gonna have a real feel of about 90 degrees. I am headed into my chiropractor's office for one last adjustment before I leave town. To the doctor's office because I woke up this morning with like green phlegm, which is not good. So I'm gonna get a B12 shot.
Look, kids, at what a brave, tough mom I was when I got my shot today. And I didn't cry. No crying. No.
So I am packing for Nashville, and it's always tricky when you are running an out-of-town marathon because you always end up getting stressed about forgetting something, or, you know, what if I get there and I forget my tennis shoes? It's kind of like going back to college and having that nightmare that you sleep through your final exam. If you have time, when you get to where you are out of town, to unpack after you get to your hotel, so that way when you go to the expo, if you have forgotten anything, you can pick it up. I just try to kind of pack in reverse. So I will lay everything out on my bed and I will start at my feet and just work my way up. So I know the first thing I need on my feet is my body glide. So I've got it right here. Then I know the next thing I need is gonna be my socks, and I've got them right here. Shoes, I mean, you can't run a marathon without your shoes. Although you can if you're a barefoot runner and you're trained to do so. I am not. I just kind of work my way up my body, laying things out on my bed. I've got my belt, which I really wanted to not run this race with the belt, but because it's going to be so hot and I am going to be carrying my own energy drink, which I am going to be drinking Sword, and on the course they have Gatorade, so I'm going to need my own drinks in my water bottles, and I can't run with the handheld water bottles. Also, like, just little things to remember, like I take KT tape, so when you're in a hotel you're not going to have scissors, although the front desk probably would, but I just go ahead and pack them. It's gonna be hot, so I know I'm gonna be pouring water on myself, so I've got Ziploc bags to put my phone and my iPod in, just so they don't get ruined. Visor, I normally, again, I don't like running with a visor, but because it is gonna be so hot, I'm gonna wear it just to try to keep the sweat out of my eyes. And fuel. So again, I might pick up a couple of goos at the expo, but I have recently been training with baby food. It's just a more natural form of fuel, and it's worked really well for me so far, so I will be carrying this. I wore these shorts in the Run the Bluegrass. They are the Bliss shorts, and so they have the nice deep pockets, so I'll be able to put a baby food in each of those, and then I might put some goo in my belt. And this is something else. So I don't know if you guys have seen this all over your Facebook feed or not, but I have been inundated with this stuff, and so I'm going to try it out. It's this LipSense Lipstick, and it says that it stays on forever and you can do anything in it. Well, I figure a marathon is the ultimate test to see if this stuff really works. So I'm going to be wearing it tomorrow. I have it on right now, and feels pretty good. It kind of burns when it goes on, and one of the selling points is that it's all natural and vegan, and it's got, I think, like ether is one of the ingredients, and when you put it on, it kind of smells like rubbing alcohol. So I'm not really sure how good it is for you. I'm gonna do a little more research, but first, the first test I wanted to do was to see if it would stay on during the marathon. So I've got that packed. Post race, I've got my foam roller, I've got my compression sleeves to put on, and some clothes to wear, and that's about it. I hope I don't forget anything. That's a nice
what being bored in the car looks like. No, I have discovered that I do something. I make this really funny face when there's a song on the radio that I don't like. So let me see if I can find a song that I don't like, and you'll see the face that I make. It's really funny. Oh, this... I'm not going to be able to because I'm laughing. I have this song on, it's like... I do actually like this song. Let's see. I thought it was going to be Nickelback. And this is crazy. So this is where we're going to start. So this is Music Row. Like, this is Broadway in Nashville. Look at all these people.
Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so I just got to the expo. My GPS was telling me that it was going to take about 20 minutes to go half a mile downtown, and it did. And I had no idea why until I got down here and realized that, like, this place is like Mardi Gras at 4:20 on a Friday afternoon. It is bananas. But so the expo is in the Music City Center right behind me. And I was lucky enough to find a spot in this First Baptist Church parking lot, which I don't even know where the church is. Maybe that's the church back there. I don't have any idea how much it's going to cost me to park here. This is crazy insane. So if you're going to run this race, get here before 4 o'clock on Friday to pick up your packet, because it is going to be a giant pain if you don't. We're in the... briefly, like it's going to go through our shoelaces.
Perfect, because this is your timing chip, most important part.
Okay.
But the directions are right here, just in case.
It's pretty cute. It's definitely representing, and I love it.
Because I'm very overwhelmed right now. And all I want to do is find some goo. So I just left the expo, and it was very organized to get my bib and get my shirt and kind of move through that area. They did have lots of vendors, but you guys, I have never been to a marathon expo where you could not find goo. Like nowhere, not to be found at any booth. To go to the bathroom. So I am on the hunt for a shorter line. I went to bed last night with a horrible cough in my chest and woke up at 3:30 this morning and got in the shower, and that did help a little bit, but I'm still really worried about this congestion that I've got. And it is hot out here. But there is a nice breeze, and it's not humid, so, and it's not sunny. The clouds cover is great.
It's Music City, baby. This is what it's all about.
You guys, I am only at mile 8.5 and I am dying. It is so hot out here. It is so sunny. The humidity is not too bad, but it's just brutal. So because it's so hot, they gave us the decision that we could decide at the split if we wanted to switch to the half. And because the split's so late at mile 11, I'm gonna do it. I was feeling really good at mile 5. I felt awesome. 5 and 6. And then the sun came out and it was hot, and I would rather finish a half than get a did not finish on the full. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Yes, okay.
So I just got to the finish line of the half marathon. I decided at mile 11 to drop back and do the half, which was a real bummer. It was the smart decision for me today, but it wasn't an easy decision. It's the first marathon that I've started that I haven't finished. But today just wasn't my day. And it's so frustrating to have literally your best halftime and now your worst halftime in the same month. But I saw something this morning on Instagram that really stuck with me, and it said, set your goals, but don't compare yourself to anyone else. And I'm just trying to keep that in perspective. While I'm disappointed, I did the smart thing for me and didn't overdo it. And so now I got to finish and not pass out like I just saw some man do at the finish line.
Cheers to the Nashville Half Marathon!
And be best friends for life. Love you.